you see third-party targeted advertising online, where if you visited Infowars, then, or if you visit InfoWarsStore.com, when you then go to other sites, if they're part of the ad network, you will then see those ads posted and projected again, whether it's for water filtration systems or non-GMO heirloom seeds or supplements. One of the biggest groups out there is AdRoll, and it works closely with Google. Now, they've openly said, kick Breitbart off its apps that they paid for, that were accepted years ago by Apple, iTunes. They won't even accept one of ours, basically. Now, then meanwhile, you've got these third-party advertising platforms, and you heard about Breitbart getting Kellogg's and other third-party groups that advertise through the networks, dumping them. That was to get the ad-sharing network they were on to dump them. So this is economic warfare. This isn't saying we're going to protest one sponsor till they drop. That's free speech. This is, we're not going to let you have access to the markets, like not letting black people rent a house or buy a house, or letting black people vote. This is classical discrimination, and they tell you, and they're always updating their giant contract where you basically waive your rights. They tell you, document cam shot please, in the AdRoll contract, how they can ban you. And they go on to say that you are political and we won't allow any advertising on our platforms that are political. Now, see, they can say that in their terms of service, but not if they take liberal or globalist sponsors, which we've gone and looked. They do. So it's discriminatory. It is a civil rights violation. It is an attempt to bankrupt us. It is an attempt to put us into an electronic and then physical ghetto, because first, before you're physically silenced, you are financially and culturally silenced, and your speech is silenced. So we have very tame advertising. Everybody knows that. You go to Infowars.com, see the same ads we serve out to everybody else. An image of a canister of bone broth concentrate that's, that says good for your body, or non-GMO heirloom seeds. Those are the ads that we serve out on their networks. And what do they say? Special interest. To protect the privacy of users, audiences cannot be targeted based on implied or explicit knowledge of a user's personal circumstances. What on earth does that mean? Do not target based on or imply potentially sensitive. This is like in schools, in the admission forms, they say, don't say you're a mother or father. Someone else might not have one, so you can't have a mother or father. This is what they're saying. This is their new system of law. Physical or mental, medical or health information. What does that even mean? Criminal proceedings or allegations. None of that. Financial problems. So we can't talk about things in the world or the economy, but everybody else can. This is all selectively enforced. Political opinions. You can't have any of those. Racial or ethnic information. Religious or similar beliefs. Let's go to Infowars.com. Let's show you the ads. Brain Force. Powerful nootropic for mental performance. Powerful new Infowars Life formula. 33% off retail. Caveman. Wow, that is so evil. Here, let's scroll down some more. Let's see the evil ads. Keep scrolling down. There aren't many ads, are there? Keep scrolling down. Oh, there's another one. Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine, leading the way into the next generation of supplements. Oh my gosh, this is so horrible. Those are the ads we serve out. Now let's look what they say. All content on your website should be relevant, accurate, informative, and up to date. This is what they sent us in an email. Any claim should be easily verifiable. We are not able to promote websites that intentionally misrepresent their businesses or use any tactic to falsely enhance reputation or misrepresent actual offerings. Furthermore, all political content should focus on the merits of the candidate or political message and should not be special interest or groups or imply affiliations. So they're saying our website cannot have any political views unless they certify and say it's okay. But Facebook and Google and the Huffington Post and everybody else, there's no problem with this group and Salon that promotes pedophilia. So what you see is an attempt to purge conservative and libertarian and Americana and pro-sovereignty organizations off the web and cut off their funding. And if you look at the amount of money we made with this last year with advertising, it's about the extra money we have this year to expand. Now here's the thing. I've cut a lot of commercials. I could do a lot more plugging. We've always done that, saying if we ever get in a jam, we have ways to raise money. And so because of this, I'm not going to hire 20 more people this year. I'm hiring 100, and I am going to triple revenue. So, because we know more attacks are coming. We have to get big like a fortress and strong to stand against this. I just want to focus on the news and not trying to raise funds. But the two go together like a horse and carriage. So you hear all over the web that Breitbart's having its advertising pulled or not letting them promote on networks to make money for their systems. We have innovated ways to fund ourselves. You hear about Breitbart not having as much money and needing to lay people off. You hear about other platforms not doing as well. All of them aren't doing as well because they're being censored and they're being blocked and they're being controlled. Breitbart then tries to sell T-shirts just like we do. You either support Infowars or we contract in the face of the globalists, and then they win, and then they can censor your kid's speech at school or your speech at church or work. This is bullying. I'm going to skip this break. This is absolutely an attempt, in my view, in my opinion, in my research, at a giant program of racketeering, and it's in the WikiLeaks, how they wanted to shut down the alt-right, how they want to shut down the independent media. I have Hillary as a presidential candidate saying I'm evil. I have the New York Times and others. Look at this. Media's next challenge, overcoming the threat of fake news. In Trump's volleys, echoes of Alex Jones conspiracy theories. The message that wasn't, and a turning point for fake news. This is all the New York Times coming out in the article saying it's time to restrict fake news. And a day after the New York Times comes out and says that, Alex Jones has $3.3 million of funding. That's what happened last year with AdRoll. Projected into next year, more than that, pulled, so we can't start a Washington bureau, so that we can't hire more crew, so that we can't fight harder and expose these liars. When Nancy Pelosi gets up and says George W. Bush is still the president, and the same press conference, Maxine Waters is so out of her mind, she thinks Russia attacked Korea, and they're up there saying we're going to shut Trump down. Let me play for you, because here's the deal. If they get away with this, and they can start restricting, and they can try to shut down Drudge, and they can try to shut down Infowars through all this, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to take everything you've got. This is bigger than your Second Amendment. This is your First Amendment. And if you don't use it and exercise it and support it, and if you don't support our platforms, I want everyone to go to InfoWarsStore.com today, and I want you to buy the incredible nutraceuticals, the Super Mel Vitality, the Bone Broth Caveman, the incredible nanotech body armor, the non-GMO, heirloom, open-pollinated seeds, the shortwave radios, the high-quality water. I love how the left always makes jokes that we sell high-quality water filters when the water supply is so poison, because they love us just sitting there drinking their poison. It's all there, the storable foods, all the high-quality products, the hunting supplies. It's all the optics, the lowers for M4s with the limited edition Donald Trump. And if you'll just stop shopping at the big globalist box stores, and if you'll just start supporting us a little more, believe me, $3 million sounds like a lot, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't run a small town newspaper on that a year. We have that amount of bandwidth cost every 6 months, okay? I mean, people want us to fight. You want somebody to stand up. You want somebody to take action. I'm in every newspaper in the country saying, shut me up. They're saying, shut down your president. They're saying, ban him off TV. Pass a law that the president doesn't have free speech. Our elected representative at the highest level, our commander-in-chief. And they're openly saying all this because they plan on doing it. I told you this was all coming. So we have products everybody needs, but it's a 360. Because you get products you need, you get products that are game-changing, you get products that are super high quality at a very, very competitive price, and you fund an operation totally committed that is fearlessly taking on the New World Order. But please, put it in your calendar, your digital calendar. Put it on your physical calendar to every month support Infowars, to get a Hillary for Prison 2017 shirt, to get a Bill Clinton rape shirt. You know, they're saying, oh, we're mean, so we're not allowed to advertise our shopping cart with Make America Free Again hats and Made in America apparel, like Come and Take It. They're the ones on every major platform saying kill the president, have civil war, beating people up that go to demonstrations to support the president.